This is the hardcore community. Sort of. Sort of. You want to hear the music?
Yo! What is up, everybody? Welcome to Marked for Life. My name is Davin, and I'm going to be bringing you hardcore from across the genre and around the world. And on this episode, I'm almost exclusively playing releases from 2021. We are barely even dipping into 2020. Thank God. On this episode, as I do every 2 weeks, I'm bringing you 10 fresh bands and 10 fresh tracks, and I'm also playing your requests. If you want to make a request, I'll explain how at the end of the episode. Or you can check out Marked for Life HC on Instagram, and it's in the saved stories, whatever it's called, highlights? The highlights. Oh, also subscribe to Marked for Life.
Oh, yeah.
We are living in an incredible era of hardcore, and here at Marked for Life, my goal is to shine a light on all of this sick shit that you may be missing. Make sure you support all these bands, follow them on Instagram, Twitter, stream their shit, repost, fucking support. Before I get into the intro, I just want to give you all a heads up that I'm going to be dealing with the subject of a loss of life. If this is not something that you want to hear about, skip ahead to the songs. I will give you a moment to do that. As you may know, I am based here in the great city of Philadelphia, but this has been a very sad week for Pennsylvania as we have lost one of our friends, Derrick Hale. Derrick took his own life a few days ago, and it's just so tremendously sad, and I am so sorry to all of his closer friends. I will always remember his big smile, his support, his positive energy, and the way every time I would see him around, I'd leave and be like, man, that guy is so nice. This entire episode goes out to Derrick Hale in his memory. And I really wanted to talk about suicide and mental health, but I am in no way qualified to do that. So I'm going to pass this off to my friend Blake.
Hey, what's up? This is Blake with Crow Killer from Salt Lake City. Just wanted to talk quickly about mental health and suicide prevention. May was the Mental Health Awareness Month. It's been observed in May since 1949. I know it's June now, but we all run on hardcore time, or at least I still do. But now it's June, and we're entering the month for Pride. And just want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters and everyone in between from the LGBTQ. And just know that you have support and that we love you. So real quick, I just wanted to share with you that my wife Jessica and myself have both served on the board of directors for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in the state of Utah. So we have dealt with a lot in this realm personally and with trying to reach out and help people. So the big thing I wanted to just convey to you is communicate with each other, whether that is friends or family, lovers, coworkers, whoever, just listen and observe and communicate with them, see what's going on with them. If you feel like someone is maybe suicidal or that they're going through a rough patch, the last thing you want to do is shut them out and not talk to them. Be blunt and ask them if they're thinking about hurting themselves or doing anything drastic. That doesn't make you an asshole if you ask. You'd rather be an asshole for asking than something happening and you are left with a lot of unanswered questions into why the things happen the way they do with people. So just listen and watch out for any signs, any changes in behavior that are very drastic. If you are in the U.S., you can also use the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is 1-800-273-8255. And if you're outside the country of USA, just Google suicide prevention resources with your country. And there will be many resources on the internet. I'm sorry I don't have specific ones since there are so many countries and they all do it a little differently. But even on bullshit Wikipedia, there is a list of suicide prevention resources in other countries. But please communicate. Please take care of each other. Please be nice to each other. We've all been cooped up with this fucking coronavirus, and it's done nothing but just tear everyone new assholes. So please take care of each other. You don't know if someone's having a bad day or not, so treat everyone well. Treat everyone how you want to be treated. It's the golden rule. Fucking take care of each other. And I love you all, and I hope that everyone is doing well.
Thank you so much, Blake, for that. And everyone, make sure you check out Crow Killer. And one more time, all of my love to Derrick Hale, to his family, and to all his friends. There is really no good way for me to pivot back into the show, but what I will say is that when I am feeling down, I find so much comfort and reinvigoration, I guess, in hardcore. Especially when you find those bands that just fucking move you, those bands that make it feel like there's electricity running through you. So now let's kick this shit off. I'm very excited to share this first track with you. This is Bogota, Colombia's Raw Brigade. Raw Brigade is one of the best live bands I have ever seen. If you are lucky enough to live in Philadelphia, Baltimore, New Jersey, or New York, you will be able to catch them for a weekend in July when they do a short tour with Life's Question. And if you go to those shows, a couple of them, I will see you there. But back to Raw Brigade, the incredible band coming out of Colombia, putting Colombia on the map in hardcore around the world with their signature mix of early, mid, and late 80s hardcore that brings together hardcore kids, punk kids, skinheads, young kids, old heads. Everyone comes together for Raw Brigade, and it's a beautiful thing to see. This is the song Latinos off their EP Hardcore Latino that came out on 6 Feet Under at the end of May. May 12th, 2021, the first in our 2021 block. Here we go. Latinos. Surprise, I'm back. I want to introduce the next song. This is a single that just premiered a couple of days ago. This is Tuning from the Bay Area with the song Pacific. This is a single off their EP, A Beacon in Impossible Seas, which is coming out on Indecision Records. Pre-orders are up now, and it will be available July 2nd, 2021.
Sometimes
That is another one fresh off the presses for you. That is Philadelphia's Action News with the song Failed State. Action News is a brand new band featuring members of Jesus Piece, Nothing, Fixation, Chemical Fix, among others. They have 2 songs that you can hear on their Bandcamp. That is off their sold-out 7-song cassette that came out on May 26, 2021. Hardcore is alive and well, y'all. Speaking of hardcore being alive and well, next up is a song off what might be the album of the year. From Oxnard, California, Dead Heat. This is off their LP, World at War, that came out on Triple B Records. This was released June 5th, 2021. I am recording June 8th, 2021. I have already listened to this LP so many fucking times, you would not even believe it. It was really hard to pick a track to play for you all, but this one reminds me of being a little kid and knowing exactly what I wanted to be when I grew up. At that time, it was a rocker, it became a punk rocker, and later it became a hardcore kid. And this song fits all of those professions. This is Last Call by Dead Heat. All right, that was Denver, Colorado's Faim with the song Sleep off their LP Hollow Hope, which came out in 2020 on Safe Inside Records. 15 months after the release of Hollow Hope, they're getting to have a record release show at Convulse Records' 3-year anniversary weekend in October in Denver. The singer of Faim, Kat, is the co-host of a podcast called Double Daria, where they interview women in the scene talking about hardcore and politics. It's very cool, and I highly recommend you check it out. Before that was a Big Shot from New York with the song Jokes on You off their self-titled demo, which dropped on May of 2021, just a few weeks ago, and you can hear that streaming in various places. This Big Shot demo is one of my favorite demos that's dropped recently. It's very listenable. Every song is fucking great. I'm expecting big things out of this band. And before that, as you know, Last Call by Dead Heat. Next up is a band I am so excited to share with you. This band is called ЛЮДОЕД, which translates from Russian into English as cannibal. ЛЮДОЕД, or cannibal, is from the small city of Kirov, Russia. I'm switching to English here. I'm playing their song Feel the Power off their LP Death of the Modern World, which dropped on April 19th of 2021. Cannibal is insane. They mix kind of the galloping riffs and vocals of black metal with that doop-up kind of punk beat, with hardcore, with, I don't know, Lord of the Rings, dwarf and a mountain metal. I really don't even know how to describe it. Mixed with what sounds like late 60s, 70s rock and roll. They are so creative and kind of bizarre. After Cannibal is going to be Oakland, California's Mass Arrest with the song Spooks, which is off their 2019 LP Power, which came out on Iron Lung Records. Mass Arrest calls themselves Black Liberation Hardcore, which is fucking sick. Love to hear it. All right, this is Feel the Power by Cannibal. Welcome to another episode of Adventures in Soaked in Ink. Through the mist emerges the shape of a man. One man, Kyle Bryan, owner of Intergalactic Screen Printing Company, Soaked in Ink. Soaked in Ink, servicing the galaxy and beyond. Marked for life, 6 shit only. This is Davin speaking. How can I help you?
What's up? I've been listening to Marked for Life for the past few days. Got caught up. Fucking awesome podcast. Showing me a lot of new bands. One band I think you guys should check out, is a band from the Central Florida area. Their name is Chvrch. They have a album or EP that was released last year in 2020 called Love Hate. There's a song on there called Fearmonger that I think you guys would love. Check it out.
Disregard
What you just heard was a brand new band coming out of Brisbane, Australia. They're called World of Joy. The track is called Dead Dreams, and that's a single that was just dropped off their promo tape that came out on Life Layer Regret Records like a week ago. I was lucky enough to hear the other track as well. I am very much looking forward to seeing what this band does. Definitely going to be sick. Before World of Joy was the request for Mega Chvrch from Jacksonville, Florida. And now I'm afraid the show is coming to a close. I'm going to throw in an extra track. I'm so sorry. It's going to go a little long. It's only a minute. It's so good. Okay, so fast. This is Jarhead Fertilizer from Ocean City, Maryland, with Paranoia Seeping off their LP Product of My Environment. This dropped February 26th of 2021 on Closed Casket Activities. As a very long lover of the band Dystopia, I was very psyched to see a band was called Jarhead Fertilizer, a Dystopia song. They ripped the Dystopia logo. They've got kind of the Dystopia vibe, and yet they sound nothing like Dystopia. This is straight up grind, power violence. We're going to crank it out. I've talked about it longer than the song goes on, but I just have to give you something a little heavier this episode. Forgive me.
Fuck
Thank you, loyal listeners, for allowing me to play that additional bonus track of Jarhead Fertilizer. I hope you liked it. And after Jarhead Fertilizer was San Jose, California's Sunami, with the song Step Up off their split with Gulch. That dropped on Triple B Records on March 21st, 2021, wrapping up our show of 9 songs from 2021. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Marked for Life. I will be back in 2 weeks with 10 more songs and 10 fresh tracks. And I'm also playing your requests. If you want to send in a request, send me a voice note to markedforlifehc@gmail.com or send it over on the Instagram markedforlifehc. Say your name, where you're from, what song you want, maybe why. Shout out your friends or whatever if you want to, and I will play your request and the song on the air. If you want to show me some bands to check out, shoot me an email. I go through and I listen to everything. That said, everyone, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, reach out if you need help, look out for one another. I will see you in 2 weeks, and shortly after that, I will see you in the pit. Bye.
We have a record called Old School to New School. If you see it in the stores, steal that shit. If you can't, but tonight don't steal them because Dominic, I'm gonna bug out. You know, a lot of bands get on stage and they say, oh, buy our records, and we don't want to diss a record company, but if you can't afford it, take it, make copies, share with your friends, fuck it, have a party.